we can coexist. Even though they're big, powerful predators, it is actually super simple to live alongside them. Now, you find crocodiles anywhere from Rockhampton, all the way north across into Western Australia. They have a very large range, and if you are in croc territory, you have to treat every waterway as just that, croc territory. They're called saltwater crocodiles because they are capable of living out in salt water, but they're actually primarily found in and around estuaries, in billabongs, in river systems, and you notice here, as he comes out, he's very slow, very methodical. I really want to show you guys how beautiful crocs are, because they're certainly not an animal to be hated or feared, but rather to be respected. Now, as he makes his way out, he focuses in on vibrations. Crocodiles are very much vibration oriented. They can feel footsteps of little animals as they approach the edge of the water. Now, you see, it's all about camouflage for him. He wants to stay hidden as long as possible. He's in fairly shallow water here, but he's not making any ripples. That's really the key to his success out in the wild. Sneaking up as close as he can, and then getting all the power from that big muscular tail to propel himself out of the water. Focuses in on the vibrations, plants his feet, he's watching, he's waiting. Hey Bluey. Crocodiles love to play this little game called Come Closer, which is what he's playing now. He's going to go for a bit of a strike. Whoop, he's watching my feet. Don't look at my legs, Bluey. Look up here. There you go, big boy. Oh, he's giving up the Bluey. It'd be awesome. Very good. Hey, Ibis, you might want to move. You might want to... Uh-oh. Mate, big camera's rolling. I'm going to have a Discovery Channel moment here in a second, I think. Surprisingly, oh mate, the bird show's over. Get out of here. That's not one of ours, it's fine. Surprisingly, ibis never get taken by crocodiles, ever. Maybe they just don't taste good. But if we can outsmart an ibis in croc territory, we're going to be just fine. Now you notice here how it's a bit of an effort for him. He's got to get himself back into the water. He's got short legs, he's got a big long tail, and he is absolutely built for speed in the water. He's not built for speed out on land. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to bring him into a different section, a different area where there's a lot less room to maneuver, which makes it very, very dangerous. So Alec, you do it. You do it. Yep, all yours.
Oh, thanks, mate. Good. What a stitcher. Thanks, mate. Real good guy. Well, see if we can't get him back over here in the creek. There's not a whole lot of space to move over here. So with any luck, we'll be able to survive. I'll be able to see my weekend. As you can see, he's just made his way through that creek. Instantly, you would have absolutely no idea that there's a saltwater croc there. See if we can't get him to pop up, have a look. He has integumentary sense organs, so he can feel the vibrations that I'm sending out. But even now, he's just taking a little sneaky look to see where we are. He's locked onto you, Robert.
Tell you what, I'm going to get out of the way here.
He loves his tail walk. Crocs are a mixture of smart and lazy, and they know that tail walk ramp, which will demonstrate after this creek, will pretty much drop straight into his mouth. Keeping in mind that crocs are also incredibly patient as well. He doesn't have to eat every day, every week, or every month at all. He can go months and even a year if he needed to at full capacity without any sort of food.
So it's interesting to watch too that instinct. You notice how when he pops up to have a look, he goes all the way to that ramp to have a look. And that's exactly what he'd be doing in the wild. He'd be trying to find something that's hanging over the water that he can pop up so that he doesn't reveal himself. Again, it's all about camouflage. And that is the secret. It's patience and camouflage. For 7 hours they can hold their breath. So we are absolutely nice.
Oh, yeah, I was going to make you get that, man. Just stitching me up with the green. Give it up for Bluey, everybody. Excellent work. We saw those pearly white teeth he's got. It's actually not what makes us nervous, it's the jaw pressure behind him. Bluey has 2.5, 3 300,000 pounds per square inch of closing jaw pressure. So that is way more than the car crushes at the tip. They crush the cube. This is another technique that our crocs will use to grab themselves something to eat. It's really called the tail walk. It's where they plant their feet at the bottom of the pond and use their tail to launch themselves vertically up and out of the water. He is very keen today. Just like that.
Nice.
Excellent. That jaw pressure, some of you might have heard that pop there. That is that jaw pressure, that bone on bone pressure coming together. Now, it's not a trick we've had to teach Bluey or any of our crocs how to do here. It's something that they know how to do from the day they hatch out of the egg. They're 15 centimetres long and everything would love to eat a baby saltwater croc. So they hang out in the reeds and the mangroves, tail walking things like insects, and even up to Bluey's side, they get larger, overhanging flying fox colonies, any birds that might fly over the water, you name it, he will take animals off limbs, branches. So if you ever see a Melaleuca tree up in Northern Australia, it might look like a good place to flick a lure around, get a post for Instagram. People have been taken by tail walking in the past.
Oh. And maybe an ibis. Alright, now you can see how he's very focused on that tail walk. He absolutely loves it. Crocs are very much movement focused and they're very much territorial. There's a lot of myths around these beautiful animals. One of those myths is that they're really fast on land and they try and chase you down. And that's not the case. Notice here, he's very low to come out of the water. And the reason for that is, as I say, is his physiology. He is an absolute torpedo. And he's made to go from 0 to 100 at the water's edge or coming up vertically out of the water. But on land, the danger diminishes significantly. That means our job is very, very simple. Everything that we've done here today, just do the opposite of that and you're gonna be fine. You wanna stay, at least, not the case. Not at all. They've been here for millions of years doing just this. Exactly. All right, let's see if he's keen. For one more strike, let's see what he wants to do. Hey, big boy. Hey, mate. Here he is. Whoop. But notice here how I can walk backwards quicker than he comes forward. Now, to put my money where my mouth is, I can sit down right in front of him only because he's on land and watch what he does. Watch what he does. See that? He just doesn't care. I can just lay here all day and have a little nap, and he doesn't care. I wouldn't do that. Please don't do that. But it's a simple idea. I get back within the water, one little splash, and then that turns his attention back on again. He's ready to strike. So just avoid that water's edge. Look at him coming in. And he's so cute. He's such a cool little drop. He's got this expression about him, and he knows when he's got you, because his eyes change, and he gets really big eyes. This is awesome. You know, it's like your dog or your cat at home. They're meant to play and to have fun. These crocs are meant to hunt, to strike. It's what it's all about. And every day, we get to give them that experience, that opportunity. And most of the crocs you see here were rescues. They would have been killed, they would have been shot out in the wild. We've given them a second chance.
My dad taught me from a very early age, be at one with the snake.